As International Women's Day approaches this week, women in various industries have come together to find a solution to violence against women online.
As we celebrate the positive impact of technology, we must also acknowledge the challenges that come with it, particularly in the form of cyberbullying. In Kenya, women leaders have been particularly vulnerable to cyberbullying, which can take many forms, including harassment, intimidation, and threats of violence.
This year's theme being Digital, Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality, men have been seen as the main actors in the online violence.
People who actually use technology against women by identifying new weaknesses and social norms that can be used against gender equality. It's so much easier nowadays to bully a woman candidate on social media and to get away with it than before, when you have to meet physically. When you had to go to a rally and stand up and shouting insults, then you're exposing yourself, you take a risk. Nowadays you just sit on your computer and you write whatever nonsense comes to your mind.
One of the ways women acknowledge is to ensure that online violence is stopped. For women is to involve men as a solution.
This battle for us cannot be fought by us alone. Yes. We must bring men along. Yes. Sasawa? Yes. See, we have sons, yes, and those others we love.
I'm sure that almost every woman who's publicly active in the digital space in one way or another, be it business owners, journalists, women human rights defenders, and so on, have experienced one of the multiple forms of online violence and harassment. Moreover, social media platforms and digital tools have opened doors to new forms of abuse. For example, the non-consensual creation of sexual images and videos through AI.
Kirinyanga Governor Waiguru recounts the online hardships she faced on the internet as a candidate for the Kirinyanga gubernatorial seat.
I have faced my fair share of cyberbullying. The internet has provided a platform for individuals to anonymously attack, insult, and harass others with ease. I have personally been the target of numerous hurtful and offensive comments on social media, which have ranged from personal attacks on my appearance, and I have to tell you a funny one. There is those that upset you, but there are those that even when you read now, you don't know whether to be angry, to cry. Of your appearance to insults about my work.
But according to Waiguru, this situation is also contributed by their fellow women.
Because of this cyberbullying, you will find that there is double standards that are put out especially against women. And I like to use this example, and I use it very cautiously and respectfully. We had a fantastic lady in the Supreme Court. She worked hard to get there. She was interviewed by the JSC, and she was a deputy CJ. Then, I don't know whether many of you remember. And she made the mistake, and I will say an error, of making that statement, "You must know people." Do you remember? Yes. She was hounded out of office. Then there was another incident where we had a leader elected in office who slapped another elected leader. But they were not hounded out of office.
They say a time has come to end the trend of online gender violence, especially against women internet users. The ability to use technology to facilitate change cannot be denied in Kenya and Africa in general. Women have used technology for several benefits. However, the abuse of women within a field that is becoming increasingly important and unregulated is dangerous. It may be the right time for the government to find a suitable method to combat gender violence online as we celebrate women changing the world digitally. For Ebru TV, I'm Ode Francis.